Web slings are one of the most popular slings because of their lightweight, low cost, and ease of use. Web slings are manufactured with a synthetic material made from fibers that are all interwoven to one another to create the strength. Each one of these fibers are load-bearing fibers. Web slings are available in nylon and polyester. 95% of what we sell at Ben-Mor is polyester. You know the webbing is polyester by this blue line that runs down the center of the webbing. Nylon does not have any lines at all. The type of material will also be noted on the label. Both nylon and polyester web slings have the same working load limits. There are some differences between the two materials in stretch and chemical resistance. To see the nylon versus polyester material characteristics chart, please ask our customer service. This is our Barrie, Ontario facility with 25 sewing machines operating on 2 shifts. We also manufacture web slings in Calgary, Alberta, Winnipeg, Manitoba, and Saint-Hyacinthe, Quebec. Because of our large production capabilities, we turn around custom orders in just a few days. The slings we sew in-house are made with domestic webbing that is woven in Canada. All of our web slings are manufactured to the standards of ASME B30.9 and WSTDA. Web slings are available in both polyester and nylon in widths of 1 inch all the way up to 12 inches. The wider the material, the stronger the sling is. Slings can also be produced in a number of different plies. Plies means the number of layers of webbing on the body of the sling. This one here has 2-ply, which is 2 pieces of material sewn together. This one here is 1-ply, where it has 1 piece of webbing in the middle. We can make web slings 1-ply, 2-ply, 3-ply, and 4-ply. This 4-ply sling has 4 pieces of webbing sewn together to produce the sling. The more plies of webbing that you have, the stronger the sling is. On a double-ply sling, it will always be 3-ply at the point that is called the sewing pattern. The sewing pattern is the point where the 2 ends overlap and are sewn together to create the strength of the sling. Sewing patterns run from 9-inch to 16-inch depending on the width of the material. Web slings are designed for lifting and must be labeled with critical information. The label is also called the sling tag. The sling tag must have a name or trademark of the manufacturer, the manufacturer code or stock number, the type of webbing used to make the sling, and a rated load for at least 1 hitch. Other information that Ben-Mor includes on the tag is an individual serial number, the date of manufacturing, and the country of origin. We also provide custom labeling where you can add your name or logo to the sling tag. All sling tags will also include a warning label. It offers a list of do's and don'ts when using web slings. An inspection tag will also be added to the sling so you can record your inspection dates right on the sling. Web slings are available in 6 different types. The most common types of slings are Type 3 and Type 4 I&I. This sling here is Type 3 I&I. Type 3 means that the eye is flat, where the webbing is folded over and sewn. I&I style can also be available in Type 4, where there is a twist in the webbing. You can see here, you have a Type 4 eye that has been folded over with a 90-degree twist in it. The advantage of Type 4 is it forms a better choke hitch with less strain on the sling, which I will explain hitches shortly. A Type 1 sling has metal fittings on the end. One is a triangle, and the other is called a choker triangle. This is meant for choker applications where the triangle will be put through the choker and up to the hook. Type 2 is a triangle on each end, again with metal fittings. We call this Type 2 triangle. You cannot choke this sling because the triangles do not fit through one another. This sling is meant for vertical and basket hitches. The advantage of having the metal fittings on the end is that it will increase the life of the slings. When you have a synthetic loop, like this here, the fibers can abrade easily. The metal fittings will last longer, but they do add some weight to the sling. Type 5 sling is an endless sling. You can see this one is built in a circle. When the sling is produced, the two ends of the webbing come together, are placed over top of one another, and they're sewn together. The advantage of type 5 is that it's more flexible, and you can also rotate your wear points. Where with a type 3 sling, the wear points are always going to be in the eye. A type 5, you can lift here today, and tomorrow you can rotate and lift here. Ultimately, this will increase the life of the sling. Type 6 is not so common. It is built like an endless, type 5, where you have a circle in the webbing, and then you place the two pieces of webbing pushed together side by side and attached by sewing a wear pad on the back. This offers a flexible sling with extra protection. Although we are a domestic sling producer, we do offer a sling that's imported. It's to reduce costs and improve the delivery time. These slings are on the shelf ready to go in widths of 1 inch to 4 inch up to 20 feet long. Available in both type 3 flat eye and type 4 twisted eye. All our import slings come with a blue wrapped eye to protect it and increase the life of the sling. To measure a web sling, you use the length bearing to bearing. What that means is the point at which the sling makes contact on either end. With this ionized style, the length would be measured inside the eye to inside the eye. This is how you measure the length. When you have an endless style, it's the same. You pull the sling tight and you measure bearing to bearing. There are 3 types of hitches that each sling can be utilized in. The first hitch is the vertical hitch, where the sling is vertically straight at 90 degrees. The top is usually connected to a crane hook or hoist hook, and at the bottom it's connected to the load. This is what you call a vertical hitch. The second hitch is a choker hitch. You wrap the sling around the load, put one loop through the other, and it goes up to the top hook. As I mentioned, type 4 has an advantage on a choker hitch. When you choke in a type 4, the webbing lays nice and flat and in position. Whereas if you choke with a type 3, it's forcing the sling to twist at the choke point, which adds unneeded strain to the sling. The third and last hitch is the basket hitch. The sling is wrapped under the load and both eyes come up to the top. The basket rating on the tag is based at 90-degree basket, which means the 2 eyes come up at 90 degrees and attached to 2 separate hooks at the top. The labels provide ratings for all 3 hitches. This 2-inch double-ply sling is rated at 6,200 pounds in a vertical hitch. Our choker hitch is reduced by 20%, so this one is 4,960 pounds. For the basket hitch, it's double what the vertical is. For this 2-inch sling, the basket is rated at 12,400 pounds. It's important to recognize that when you lift with angles, there will always be a reduction in capacity. If you're lifting in a basket hitch and you want to put both eyes in the same hook, you have now created an angle. And the angle that you measure is the sling to load angle. If you measure a 60-degree angle from load to sling in this basket hitch, to determine the rated capacity, you multiply the basket rating by 0.866. For this 2-inch double-ply sling, the basket rating goes from 12,400 pounds to 10,738 pounds. Please refer to our angle chart for capacity reductions for each angle. The angle chart can be found on our website or in our catalog. Web slings must be inspected before each use by doing a hand-over-hand inspection. The inspection criteria is on our website, but in short, you're looking for anything that might compromise the strength of the sling. Starting with the label, checking to make sure that all of the mandatory information is legible, the manufacturer name, trademark, manufactured stock code number, the type of material, and a rated load for at least 1 hitch. Then, after the tag, you will check the threads inside both the eyes. Make sure that the fibers are all in good order, as well as the end of the eye. Move the length of the sling, checking both sides for any cuts, tears, punctures, burns, or knots. Any of these present means the sling must be removed from service. If there is a knot in the sling, you cannot untie the knot and put the sling back into service. It must be removed. The fibers where the knot are have been damaged and now create a weak spot in the sling. The rule when inspecting slings is when in doubt, throw it out. Web slings should always be protected by using wear pads. Watch our wear pads video for more information. To get more information on maximum temperature, chemical effects, and environmental considerations, please use the reference section on the Ben-Mor website or contact us.